Animals you won't believe actually exist. Nature never fails in surprising us. There are many animals which you have no idea about their existence because they are so rare. Some animal species are created to stand out. In other words, they are very unique. Their different traits and characteristics make them an element of marvel indeed. When you look at the photos of those 10 animals you won't believe actually exist, you will continue watching this video in awe and amazement, and you will find it hard to get over how different they look. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to Viral Now and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave us a like right now. With this being said, let's start. 10. Pig the Survivor. Stray and abandoned dogs struggle hard to survive in this huge wide world all on their own with no one taking care of them. Now imagine a stray dog born with a certain disability. Certainly, it would need special care and treatment, but it will not get this if it is homeless. Fortunately, there are some really good, kind, and humane people out there in the world who rescue stray animals from their dire situations in the streets by adopting them and providing them with a warm home with protective owners. For example, this sweet female dog was found in Atlanta, Georgia near the woods. When she was found, the puppy's physical disability was severe and its deformity was quite bizarre, which resulted in deteriorating her health. Even the veterinarian who examined her said that the puppy would not survive for a long time. However, a wonderful dog lover named Ken Dellenbeck found something extremely attractive in the pig, and she immediately adopted her and took her home. The woman said she would try her best to save Pig's life because she saw her very special and sympathized with her case. Pig has an incomplete spinal cord which splits into two at her neck, and there are some fused and twisted vertebrae in addition to rotated hips and joints which make her appearance look like this, and of course her deformity makes life more difficult for her to run and jump like normal healthy dogs. Pig's weight is almost 15 pounds only, but Kim decided that Pig shall be as happy as any other dog, so she set her mind on providing her with a happy home and pampering her all the time with treats and healthy food. Pig is given attention, care, and genuine love. Pig is not a usual dog, but she has a cute puppy face which makes your heart melt with love. Kim worked on raising Pig's spirit, and I believe she did such an amazing job by giving Pig a new chance at life. Just because Pig is deformed, this does not make her less worthy of love and attention. 9. Two-legged pig. In a village in China, Zhu Zhaijiang is a name given to refer to this strong-willed pig because it was born with a very mind-shocking deformity. It has only 2 legs. Its owner, Wang Jihai, refused to ditch it when it was born because he pitied her condition and could not just give up on it. The wonderful owner decided to train the two-legged pig to walk on its 2 legs only by trying to lift up its tail in order to give it the right balance which was needed to enable her to walk. Practice makes perfect. The unique pig finally was able to walk as its owner trained it, and it could finally walk without assistance. What a strong power this pig has. It is the power of not giving up. Wang says that his pig has become very famous and all of the villagers come to see it, and they enjoy how it walks using only 2 limbs but is very healthy and even weighs 50 kilograms. What is more, a circus offered Wang a big sum of money to buy the pig because it was really interesting and everyone marveled at it, but Wang was very faithful to his pig and refused their offer. When he was asked why, he answered, "She proved to us that no matter what form life is, it should continue to live on. I won't sell it no matter how much the offer is. This is a lesson of loyalty, love, and determination. Keep fighting. Life is worthwhile. Even though it could be really difficult sometimes, keep in mind that it is not impossible and never will be." 8. Frank and Louie. Miss Martha Stevens had a very unique cat named Frank and Louie. Why did she call it that name? This is because her cat was born with a rare deformity known as Janus cat. In other words, a Janus cat is a cat which was born with 2 faces and 1 body. Normally, this type of cat does not survive for more than 3 or 4 days after their birth. This was what the veterinarians, who Miss Stevens asked for help, agreed on. Yet the lady had higher hopes for her cat to survive longer. I am quoting, "Where there is hope, there is life." Anne Frank. Correct. The cat actually broke the Guinness World Record for being the first Janus cat to reach 12 years old. Frank and Louie had 2 eyes and another blind eye which was in the center. He had 2 noses and 2 mouths, but only 1 brain. Janus cats are expected to die within days after their birth because their deformity makes it very difficult for them to get the right amount of nourishment that they need to survive. Sometimes tube feeding helps, but most probably some Janus cats cannot make it. Unfortunately, it was high time for Frank and Louie to pass away and leave behind his very faithful owner to struggle hard to get over his death. Louie and Frank died at the age of 15 years old, which is a miracle for a Janus cat. Miss Stevens stressed that she would love to do it again and adopt a Janus cat. 7. Kanzi. Kanzi is a very famous chimp for his astonishing skills. Actually, to be more precise, Kanzi is a bonobo, and a bonobo is a very intelligent species of chimpanzees. They say it is our closest animal relative because of sharing about 99% of our DNA. Kanzi is a bonobo that is completely immersed in the human world. Scientists say that Kanzi has enough vocabulary to engage into a conversation. Wow! How come? He learned about 500 words, which he says using a keyboard, and understands in return 3,000 words. But only is Kanzi quite skillful in using language, but he also some other skills like cooking and playing Pac-Man. Some believe that Kanzi would one day utter. He responds well to speech and demands and can distinguish sounds. What a smart ape. His son Tico is said to have inherited his father's intellect and wit. He is also trained to use language and comprehend it. Last but not least, scientists said that Kanzi's vocabulary acquisition is constantly growing. Brilliant. 6. Matilda's alien-like eyes. Matilda is a normal cat except for her eyes. Her eyes look like the eyes of aliens. Matilda was born with a genetic disorder which caused her alien-like eyes. There are some photos of Matilda on Instagram that signify that Matilda did not always have enlarged eyes. It seemed like she was born with normal eyes, but as she grew bigger and older, her pupil started to dilate enormously till it ended up like that and, of course, blinded the cat. This genetic disorder is known by the name spontaneous lens luxation. Matilda's siblings also had the same genetic disorder, and they all shared the same experience. It was impossible to bring any kind of a surgical interference because the cat's eye's severe condition make it impossible for injuries to heal. Therefore, her owners decided to just leave Matilda live naturally. Lens luxation is caused by other diseases too, for example, high pressure in the eyes that cause its enlargement. Veterinarians agree that it is painful indeed. Despite Matilda's struggle and need for special treatment, her owners are so in love with her. They care about her health and spirit. They provide her with all the attention that she needs and pamper her. It is sweet and overwhelming to learn about people who are truly caring and sympathizing towards animals. Matilda looks different, and perhaps her eyes could make her look evil, but she is amazing and deserves to be loved. Lesson learned: do not judge a book by its cover. 5. The raccoon dog. It is a very furry and fluffy creature that has been seen for a while in the UK. Raccoon dogs are a wild animal that look like North American raccoons. Their appearance makes them like a mixture of dogs, wolves, and foxes. Be careful, they belong to the wildlife, because some people mistake them for domestic animals and pet them, then end up getting rid of them. When they are let go, they mate many times and reproduced many baby raccoon dogs that end up causing chaos wherever they are found. Raccoon dogs feed on frogs and toads. They have been hunted for their fur. It is said that when the female raccoon dog is pregnant, their males bring them food and flowers. Very romantic creatures. 4. Blue-footed boobie. There are some funny creatures that have become my favorite. They are found in the Galapagos Islands. Their bright colors make them so unique and beautiful. They are mostly found on rocky small islands. Their name is derived from the Spanish word bobo, which means foolish or clown. This is because of their funny way of walking on land. They are distinguished for their very significant and large blue feet. Feet are important for their females when it is time to choose a mate. They select males with brighter feet. Males impress the females with certain funny dance moves and give their females a stone or a stick in order to be selected for mating. When a female is impressed and approves of the male, she shares the dance with them. With the festive proposal, when females lay eggs and they hatch, both the male and the female help each other in feeding the chicks. They are some interesting birds to watch. 3. Mangalitsa pigs. A Mangalitsa pig is also known as a pig in sheep's clothing. They were discovered in the 19th century and they have always been found in Hungary, their birthplace. Their name means they have a lot of lard, and not only that, but also they have curly hair. This makes them look just like sheep. Their fleece could be red or black or blonde. By the 1990s, they were almost going to extinct because of their very tasty lard. But luckily, they are saved and they have a brighter future. 2. Rhinopithecus. They are also known as golden snub-nosed monkey. Their species name is Roxalana. Why especially that name? It is said that it is an allusion to the snub-nosed Circassian of Suleiman the Magnificent, who was a 16th century sultan of the Ottoman Empire. This species is found in China in forests where snow can last up to 6 months in a row. Their colors vary from yellow, red, brown, or orange. The females have smaller sized than the males, who are heavier in weight, and they have black hair on their foreheads or upper parts, whereas males are brighter in color. What is interesting is that they look white when in direct contact with the sunlight. 1. Venezuelan puto moth. It looks as if it lives in Antarctica because of its fur, but it actually comes from Venezuela, which is a tropical country. Insects are known for their cold bold, so basically its fur is not for any heating purposes. Insects have hair for protection or sensing the environment. Perhaps this is also the case with this newly discovered insect. However, not much information has been known about it so far. Do you think it looks cuddly and fluffy? It is an insect at the end of the day, so think carefully before answering. Tell us in the comment section below which animal of these top 10 unique animals that you like the most. Stay tuned for more astonishing facts.